What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm gonna show you how I made this. Beautiful, delicious, smoky, buttery, lemony, amazing direct heat lemon pepper chicken. And that's right, we're making our own lemon pepper. Coming up. This is some chicken. Pat them dry. And what I got here is some chicken leg quarters, bone in, skin on, and these are a great cut for the old barbecue pit. They're cheap, they're readily available, but you can use whatever kind of chicken you like for this recipe. And that's because today we're making some lemon pepper chicken. And typically when you see lemon pepper chicken, it's in the form of chicken wings, but I thought it'd be a cool idea to do some leg quarters on the old Chud Box to get some lemon pepper barbecue chicken, because what doesn't sound good about that? And taking a look at these leg quarters, there is nothing we have to do. I suppose you could come back here and trim off some of this extra skin and extra fat, but I like to leave it on because it gets super crispy and just adds a lot of flavor. Honestly, it's the best part of the chicken, so we're gonna leave that on. If it's tucked under, I may pull it out a little bit just so it does get extra crispy on the smoker. And I suppose if there's any super big globs of fat, you could take those off. But we're cooking on the Chud Box today, so that'll render down on the pit pretty quickly, drip down and hit the coals, and give us that iconic direct heat flavor. But before we go ahead and throw these chicken legs on the pit, we need to make ourselves a lemon pepper rub, which luckily I got started yesterday. And what I got here is a whole bunch of lemon peels, and when peeling these, I was trying real hard not to get any of the white pith on there because that can be super bitter, and these look nice and clean. And I suppose you could use a microplane and just zest it the traditional way, but I think this is gonna be a little bit easier to transport and dry out, which is the next step. And you could do that in your oven on a really low temp for like an hour or so, and that would probably dry these out. But lucky for us, I got a new dehydrator from my mom for my birthday, so I think it's time to test that thing out. And at this point, I don't know how much lemon powder this is gonna make, so hopefully it's enough. But we'll shut this thing down, and we're gonna go super low and slow, 110 degrees, and probably let that rock for the next, I don't know, 20 hours or so. 24 hours later, these peels are looking super dry, nice and curly, shrunk up quite a bit. And I did go ahead and throw a bunch more in there because I saw them shrinking up really quick, so I went out and I bought some more lemons, and hopefully now we have enough. Fresh out of the dehydrator, these are looking great, very dry. Sounding dry. And this was about 20 lemons for those keeping score at home. And I suppose you don't need to do this, pretty unnecessary step. You know, you could just buy some lemon powder, although I'm pretty sure most of them are lemon juice powder and not nearly as flavorful as the stuff made with the peels. But you know, you could also just buy some lemon pepper seasoning. But I want to try this out, see how it comes out. So now what we got to do is turn this into a powder, and you could use a molcajete or a mortar and pestle, but I'm feeling lazy, so busting out the blender. That worked out really well. Nick, come get a whiff of this.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh yeah, very lemony. Left it a little coarser, kind of like a 16 mesh black pepper, so it should work really well as a rub. But I suppose you could send this through a sieve or something if you wanted it super fine. Closer look at that lemon powder. It should be plenty. And for this rub, I think we're gonna go with my classic SPG ratios of 2 parts black pepper, 1 part kosher salt, 1/2 part granulated garlic. And then we're gonna add our lemon powder to taste. And we just tasted this off camera, and it's very lemony, but not very sour. So we're probably gonna add some citric acid or vinegar powder or something as well. And we're gonna go fresh cracked pepper, because I just got the all new Pepper Cannon XL. And this thing is awesome. It's huge, very heavy. So we're gonna fill up this undercarriage a little bit. Good looking grind size on that, kind of aiming for that 16 mesh coarse size. And that was a lot of pepper for 10 cranks. And if you want to get one of these or the regular size, we have a link in the description box down below. Highly recommend it. So in we go with our 2 parts of freshly cracked black pepper, 1 part diamond crystal kosher salt, 1 part of our lemon peel, and a 1/2 part of the garlic. And then a tiny little pinch of some citric acid. And we're just gonna kind of taste and adjust. Loving the way that's looking, nice and yellow. Clearly a lot of black pepper in there. I'm going with a little bit more citric acid just to make it a little more tart. Maybe like 1/4 teaspoon so far, because this stuff is powerful. I'm going with a little more lemon as well, just because we got it. Like the color. And just like that, this stuff is looking good. Loving the color on that. And it tastes really good. Nice amount of heat from that freshly cracked black pepper. That lemon flavor is coming through, and it's amplified by that citric acid. And then it's got that nice salty, garlicky, savory note on it. Pretty happy with how that came out. And now that our rub is made, let's go ahead and get it on these chickens. Nice, healthy coating, and because I made it pretty much the same ratios as the SPG, I got a pretty good idea of how to use this, and I don't think we're gonna over salt it or anything like that, but just a nice, healthy application. Trying to get a nice, even coat all the way around. Flip them over, and we'll get the tops as well, and we're not gonna forget the sides. Folks, come on. Great looking rub though. Nice and peppery, and that yellow color is very cool. And that is looking pretty much perfect to me. Let's go ahead and fire up the pit. And on the pit we go. This pit is coming up to temp, aiming for that 250 to 300 range on this guy. And we're gonna start out bone side down, get this rub set on the top side, start the cooking process where it's a little more protected underneath. And I must say, I've never cooked a chicken that looks quite like this. But should be a straightforward cook. Like I said, probably rocking right around 300 degrees for the whole time on this cook. We'll come back and flip them in a little bit to get some crispy skin and just have some classic lemon pepper direct heat barbecue chicken. So we'll check back in on these in probably an hour or so, which gives us plenty of time for another episode of Bones Try Something Weird. What are you doing, Nick?
Making lemonade.
Why?
Because you gave me a lot of lemons.
That is a lot of lemons. That's not very weird, Nick.
No. Do you want to make some squid lemonade?
That sounds horrible.
Just got some spicy dried squid. I feel like I'm gonna really like this.
You do like squid. I've seen you used to eat a lot of dried Hawaiian squid in college.
These are not as dried as I thought they would be.
Oh, God!
It's really weird.
It looks like it just fell out of an animal.
It's pungent.
Very stinky. It smells like tuna.
It's also very lemony because my fingers. No, that's not dried at all.
Well, it probably doesn't say dried on it.
Spicy dried squid.
Okay. That is hard on the eyes.
Ugh.
Oh, it smells like dog food.
That is really bad. It doesn't taste like squid at all.
I don't want to eat it.
It almost tastes like that escargot.
Oh no.
A really musty flavor.
Does it pair well with the lemons?
Not really. You'd think it would.
Why do I always have to go second on these? Oh, the texture. It's like tacky.
Yeah.
It's like chewy. It's not horrible. I don't think I'll eat it again.
No, I like the shreddy dried squid. This is not bad. This is like gummy.
Greasy. Good amount of spice to it though.
This one has chicken essence seasoning. Why?
You know, chicken squid. All right, that was pretty weird. We are about 45 minutes, maybe an hour into this cook, and these bad boys are looking beautiful. All that rub is adhered nicely, got some good color, looking a little bit more plump. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. Loving that color on there. Pretty toasty. And these are right around 160, 155 internal at this point. We're probably taking them upward of 180 or so. Because it's dark meat, it can handle it, and it'll give us more time to render that fat down and get some color on the skin. So, maintaining still around 300, maybe a little bit more, just to get some nice crispy skin. And we're gonna keep an eye on these and make sure nothing burns. Next up, let's go ahead and make a lemon pepper butter to brush on these chickens. Start, I'm going into a pot with some unsalted butter. Oops. And I brought this up to a boil. It's been cooking away for about 3-4 minutes just to cook off all the water in the butter. That way it doesn't sog out our chicken skin. Then we're gonna just add in some of our lemon pepper seasoning. Let that kind of fry up in there, giving us a beautiful lemony, peppery butter. That was 4 sticks of butter and probably 3 tablespoons of rub. And it smells really good. Back out here at the pit, I just came out here and flipped these all back over to check on the color, and they are looking absolutely beautiful. Nice crispy skin, nothing's too burnt or anything like that. Looking nice and tender, definitely fully cooked. And now we're just gonna finish by painting on some of our beautiful lemon pepper butter. This is gonna help reinforce the flavor while adding some wonderful buttery flavor, and it'll drip down and give us a little bit of extra flavor from this butter hitting the coals. So I'll probably do this a couple times over the next 5-10 minutes. And then when they're looking nice and golden and crispy and buttery, we'll pull them off. And just like that, fresh off the pit, got some lovely color on there, smelling really good. So we're gonna let these rest down, and I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of butter just for good measure. And there it is, folks, all rested down. Super easy cook too, gotta love that. But we got ourselves some beautiful direct heat, crispy skin, buttery lemon pepper chicken. Let's see how it came out. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta go for this thigh first. Whoa, that is so juicy. Packed with flavor, nice and tender, bite through. That is fantastic. Perfectly seasoned, nice and salty. That pepper definitely mellowed out on the cooker a little bit because I was worried about that fresh crack being a little too intense, but that is perfect. Smells good. It's really quite savory, you know? A lot of times with our rubs, we'll put a little vinegar powder in there or something to just kind of boost the savoriness and hit the sides of your tongues, and that's kind of what I'm getting from this, but that is just lovely. That's a really good bite of chicken right there. Nice and juicy too. It's not screaming super lemony, which is kind of nice, honestly. Like it's a background kind of sour note, but in a really good way. Like I said, it's just kind of a very savory, just juicy, tender bite of chicken. Kind of makes you go, what is that? The citric acid kind of tickles the tongue. Nick, would you like to try some direct heat lemon pepper chicken?
Yes, this looks so good.
It is, spoiler alert. Are you going for a little drumski or a little...
A drum. You eat a lot of thighs. I don't get a lot of drums. So.
Yeah, it's a good looking drum though.
Just fell right off.
Yeah, they're very tender. That was so good.
That is fantastic.
Crispy skin, but it's like thin, you know.
Wow.
Do you get what I'm saying with the, it's just really savory?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would know that this is lemon pepper.
Yeah. That's also, we were tasting the lemon pepper by itself and it was like overly peppery. It's really not. Once you cook it down, this is really good.
It's so good. Definitely doing this again. Glad we have a little more of that lemon pepper on hand.
It did take a lot of lemons to make that.
It did. 19, if we're being precise. And they were big lemons.
Probably not the most economical.
No. Luckily, you can just buy lemon pepper at the store, though. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
That skin bite, that was definitely more lemony. That was nice.
That is so good. This is a perfect like weeknight chicken, you know? It's a very quick cook, super easy, and it's very different than a lot of the other chickens that I've made. So we gotta do this again, but we gotta do it with wings, the lemon pepper, and some buffalo sauce.
Okay.
For the lemon pepper wet.
Yeah.
You ever had that?
I think so.
I don't think I ever have.
Oh, I probably just had lemon pepper and then buffalo sauce and I just dip it.
It's a thing in Atlanta. Apparently it's very good.
Yeah.
So with the rest of this rub, we have to do that. I might do it right now.
Wouldn't hurt.
Gotta love some classic direct heat chicken. And with this very last bite of lemon pepper chicken, I think it's time for the official taste test. All right, y'all, and that is it. That's how to make some absolutely fantastic Chud Box lemon pepper chicken. I highly recommend giving this one a try. You know, making your own lemon pepper from scratch is probably pretty unnecessary, but it was really easy and it was kind of fun. And I'll probably do it again at some point. But at the very least, I'm definitely gonna be making more stuff with lemon pepper because that was really tasty. You know, it's a little bit different than my typical flavor profile I put on chicken, which is kind of nice every now and then. Great way to spice things up. And now I'm thinking about what else I should put lemon pepper on. Should I do a lemon pepper brisket? I don't know. Definitely gonna do some lemon pepper wings here at some point. But let me know in the comment section down below. But all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you do give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. I'd love to see what y'all are cooking. Big shout out to all the Team Chud members. Thank you for supporting this channel and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace.